the number 4 worst comic book movie in my opinion is
Mr. Luther, we're approaching the coordinates.
This is where he learned who he was. This is where he came for guidance. Tell me everything.
Let's start with the big question. Where did you go?
Your father used to say that you were put here for a reason. You know, the world can always use more good reporters.
I want to know it all, everything. Olsen, I want to see photos of him everywhere.
Hark, hey, welcome back. So you've met the Munchkin?
Hello. Fearless reporter Lois Lane is a mommy. But if you ask me, she's still in love with you-know-who.
Does he still stand for truth, justice, all that stuff? Superman returns.
How could you leave us like that?
It's not easy for me to live my life being who I am, keeping secrets.
The world doesn't need a savior, and neither do I.
So long, Superman.
Lex Luthor.
You're bold.
Cute kid. Come with me. You're not going to want to miss this.
What's wrong?
Lois and Jason are missing.
I have advanced alien technology.
But millions of people will die.
Billions!
Come on, let me hear you say it just once.
You're insane.
No!
No, the other thing.
Superman will never.
Bring it on! What do you got, Olsen?
Look, in the sky, Chief.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
No, look, it's... You wanted to see me?
I can remember going to the movie theaters to see this and coming out very disappointed. Now, I'm a Batman fan, but when I left the theater, I was so extremely disappointed with this movie. I mean, for God's sake, I thought this movie, Superman, come on. I thought, Warner Brothers could at least make a good Superman movie, but not this. Now, one of the first major problems that I know of from this movie is it a sequel or a reboot? It cannot be both, but this film doesn't seem to know whether it is or it isn't. I mean, there's the scene with Marlon Brando. There's other aspects that make it seem like it's a sequel, but then the comeback from 5 years and stuff like that, it's like confusing. Is it or isn't it? This movie doesn't seem to understand it, or doesn't seem to know, which is kind of hilarious. But this is a huge problem. Seriously, did we really need to see a bullet strike Superman in the eye? I know it's nitpicking, but we get it, really. I mean, bullets do not pierce. They just bounce off Superman. So the scene just didn't seem like it was necessary. We do not need to see bullets go into his eye. So Superman leaves for 5 years in search of Krypton that he thinks did not blow up. Now this is, in my opinion, a problem. Alright, first, I don't know if maybe this was a scene in Superman 2, but I thought there was a scene where Superman assures the president that he would never leave again. I believe he said that to him when he was repositioning the American flag at the White House. I don't know if that's true or not because I don't have access to Superman 2 right now. But there's another problem. Well, there's more problems, but let me explain the first one. The first problem. The crystal that he used in the first movie, the father clearly says that Krypton, he gives you the history and that Krypton actually exploded, which is why he went to Earth. Now, if Krypton had stayed around, what was the point of shooting him off this outer space? What was the point of having crystals in the Fortress of Solitude? That compromises the whole first movie, really, in my opinion. The next thing, he's gone for 5 years, and then when he comes back as Clark Kent, no one realizes that Clark Kent and Superman are the same person because both of them have been gone for 5 years. So where did Clark Kent go? I mean, are they that stupid? I mean, Superman's gone for 5 years. Clark Kent's also gone for 5 years. When you make a connection, well, I guess everybody in Metropolis are a bunch of morons. Alright, so maybe I could be wrong on this one too, but in Superman 2, in order to be with Lois Lane, Superman depowers himself, so he loses his powers just so he can be with Lois Lane. Now, after he loses his powers, I assume they had sex or something, which would be the scene, I think, where they're in the bed. Now, if that's where Lois got pregnant, why would it be a super baby? I mean, if Superman's depowered and doesn't have any powers, why would the baby have powers? And it's a stupid idea anyway. Why involve a baby or a kid or whatever? Nobody cares about kid. Nobody even wants the kid in the movie. I think that's one of the most complained about things that I've read on why do we need a kid? Alright, ignoring the fact that Lex Luthor did nothing for 5 years, because maybe he's like Joker. Without Batman, without Superman, he just doesn't feel like doing anything. Because Superman's his motivation or something, I don't know. But his plan for world domination is to create a kryptonite island or something. But the idea coming from a level 200 intelligence person is so not intelligent because it's really could destroy the world. What his idea would destroy the world. If he destroys the world, there's no way he can rule the world because it's destroyed. It seems like a completely unintelligent, illogical idea coming from what's supposed to be one of the smartest people on the planet. And another problem is when Superman gets rid of this kryptonite thing. I don't know. I don't really think it makes sense, especially since he has kryptonite thing in him, and all he does is go to the sun, and then he goes into the earth and then gets this kryptonite. But I don't think that's good enough. I think he needs a lead suit to get rid of the kryptonite, and I don't think soil or earth can shield kryptonite. I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to help me with that. But all in all, this movie is just a letdown. It's disappointing, and until Man of Steel came out, I didn't know whether another Superman movie would come out after this abomination.